All right, ladies, thank you for joining me for Sisterhood this morning. I'm so glad you're here. This morning, I wanted to talk about something that we kind of said in the last session, and that is stretch marks. Like, what are those things that are giving us growth and learning and understanding to where we can look back and see them and feel them and have gratitude for them without them being sharp. Like I look at I look at my stretch marks physically and I don't remember getting them, right? Like the feeling of a stretch mark wasn't necessarily there, but I look back and I know what it is and where it came from, some of them, right? And when we can recognize those, we've experienced growth and learning, and now we have some sort of understanding. And that's in our mental capacity too. That's in our growth and professional journey as well. When stretch marks are being created, sometimes it gets uncomfortable. Sometimes you don't know until you look back. Like I was saying, when we sometimes create those stretch marks, there's not a lot of pain, but there's a lot of gain. And yet sometimes we can look back and there was a lot of pain over there and I got a mark to prove it, right? But no matter what, we have this real cool opportunity to look at our stretch marks and say, ah, okay, all right, I got that. I learned that one. Or you can point at your own and those milestones and those moments and help someone else or have understanding and compassion for someone else experiencing those in the experience, not knowing it's going to leave a mark on them. And we don't have to look at stretch marks as that thing that we don't want, but it's this byproduct of. But it's something that has this ability to give us an actual mark to look back on. I think about brand new entrepreneurs, brand new moms, like that whole, oh, just wait until. How about instead, it's you're doing so great. I can't wait to see what this does for you, right? What this lesson creates for you. Then they can come back to you and be like, look at this stretch mark. Look what I did, right? Look where this got me. And you can then become that mentor. When we have stretch marks, it's this, I'm trying to think of the right word. It's like this mark of I've been there. Ooh. Yeah. I think she's saying treasure and it's soccer balls. I have no idea. Here you go. Um, but when we have those stretch marks, it's kind of a trophy. And that's what I want them to be for you. Is not something to hide or deny their existence, but to be able to point at them and say, me too. Because when we have that really cool conversation where that gets to that intimate level of me too, and not in a comparison, but a been there, done that. So you can shorten their learning curve. And maybe their stretch marks won't be as poignant. Maybe they'll be smoother for them. They won't feel like they're as much scar tissue as they are a milestone. And so maybe I'll leave this with share your stretch marks. not in that flamboyant way, but in a me too kind of way, in that human way. Is this your treasure?
This is my treasure.
Yeah.
My treasure.
So
My treasure.
I'm curious how we can go forward as a sisterhood, as individuals, and share our stretch marks. Share those uncomfortable moments. Share those learning lessons so that the next person doesn't have to as much, and that you can share it with understanding. And sometimes when we reiterate our stretch marks, we're either healing them or expanding them, understanding them. So with that, I'll close out our lesson this morning. But I'm curious how we can share our stretch marks with the world. All right, ladies, I'm going to end our recording. See you soon.